the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Bateman is the motion man. He'll go again here with Henry. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll motion over Flowers. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down, Baltimore. Receiver in motion, going right. This into the hands of Flowers for the jet sweep. And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here's the clip.
From the gun, it's Gino. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
Jackson left. There we go, to the left. Alert.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Going to go right back to Henry. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Devin White, that time on the stop. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Smith. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a 1st-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
On play action, here's Jackson. That is caught to the goal line and in. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return is Dylan Laube. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 97 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. Play action now. Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Tyree Wilson, former 7th overall pick. They're on the tackle. Second and 7. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Smith. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Gino to throw. That's to the first tight end taken back in April. It's Brock Bowers.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the pistol, Smith. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one. through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Middle, middle. Go. Hey. Sit up.
Now Jackson. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with the big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson up top again. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Smith now to throw on 1st down. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front, as we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. Second down and 3. In motion is Myers. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Hey, go flip her up. 13 net. 53.
A second down throw for Smith. No chance at all. He'll go down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Line.
Smith. He's got the tight end Mayer. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 24-yard line.
DC, right?
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A give right up the middle to Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
3rd and long for Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Ravens sending the punt team out there. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. Fielded at the 9. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Now, Gino. He gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Gino. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Hey, we go, Simone.
On 3rd down, here's an option play right. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. The Raiders send their punt team out, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Back near his goal line, Jackson will try and set up the screen to Hill. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. It's a big one for the Ravens. 32 yards.
180. Ready, shot. Hey, middle. No, we changed it. You.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
First down.
13.
At the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go, Sunday. Hey, here we go.
Now a give on the ground. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage. Across the 50 to the 48.
Here we go.
He'll stay on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. 2nd down and 8. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, Smith, and that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. A 1st down throw for Jackson. A toss left side caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
You are X. Yo. Middle.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Raiders will have great field position right around midfield.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back, let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.